Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel, the channel where I strive to make the world a better place, one video at a time. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be kicking off the revamp of my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I posted. Like I said, I was going through some personal things, but we are back at it because I am much better than I was, and we are back on this thing. We are back, and we are back. So it feels good to be back. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everyone supporting me. We're going to be covering topics anywhere from health to inspiration to life lessons to motivation and so much more. I'm going to be covering so much more topics. I'm going to be more transparent than before. And let's get this show on the road. So today's topic is customer versus employees, a war at the register. We are discussing customers versus employees, a war at the register. I don't know how many times you have gone on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, right? Just to name a few. YouTube is a big one, to name a few, where people will literally post videos of fights and arguments and disagreements that go on at fast food restaurants, and it'll get millions of views, thousands of shares, thousands of reactions. You'll see things like rude McDonald's customer, big fight, public freakout, angry customers. You'll see all kind of videos like this. And they'll get, like I said, millions of views, and people entertain this stuff. It's negativity. It's ridiculous. Oh, but if you share a positive video, you helping somebody out, or a positive video of something going on that's good in somebody's life, or somebody showing kindness or reaching out to someone to spread love and positivity. Oh, that may only get maybe 100 shares at most. Now, of course, some of those videos get more, but the majority of them doesn't get as much attention as they should. Oh, but almost every public freakout video that's put out there, it gets thousands of shares. They even have pages for this stuff. Public freakout, I think there's a page that's called that. You got War Star, all kind of pages literally designed to where all they post is fights and arguments and disagreements that occur at restaurants. This is the society that we're living in, and what's crazy is that most times it's adults, people who are supposed to be the example to young people, people who are supposed to be the example for our nation and formulate, the way you are supposed to deal with different things in life, different stresses and disagreements and arguments you have in life. But instead, no, you want to throw a drink at somebody. Instead, you want to complain about a Big Mac and then throw it back at them. Throw it back at the employees. Instead, you want to cuss out the manager. Instead, you want to go to the back of the store and, where the employees are supposed to be, and start destroying things, technology and different things like that, computers and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a terrible reality in our society. And it's just not the customers either. It's the employees. There's employees that literally will cause this situation and then start cussing the customers out. No professionalism whatsoever. I could see if they hit you or something like that first. Of course, it's a natural instinct that you're going to respond, right? There's a certain way to respond, but of course you're not going to most people are just going to be sitting there like, oh yeah, she just hit me, wow, and then just going with their day, right? And most people are going, are you serious? What's going on? Are you sitting there, or they're going to hit back, right? But let's not even let it get to that point. Why is it even getting to that point? You're mad over a Big Mac because you got a fish fillet and then on a Big Mac? All you have to do is take that McDonald's bag inside and let them know, hey, I got a fish fillet. I believe I got the wrong order. That happened one time when I was at Chick-fil-A. I got they got my order right, but she had accidentally gave me someone else's order. Well, then I think it said like Michael or something. I was like, oh man, it's not the right order. I walked inside. I said, yeah, ma'am, yeah, I do apologize. I didn't have the right order, ma'am. I believe I got Michael's order. It's like, okay, what's your name? I said, it's Titus. It's gonna be Titus. So okay, I'll make sure I get that for you. She got my order. Michael got, and we went on about our day. Now think about it, if I would have walked up in there, y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Y'all need to get y'all beep together. Y'all don't know how to run no restaurant. Y'all got my order wrong. Who do y'all think y'all are? What does that help? And a lot of times it's because people are dealing with mental health issues. People are dealing with different things that's going on in life. People are dealing with depression and anxiety. People are dealing with a loss of loved ones, grief and whatnot. But that's why you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, the anger that you have just resting in your hearts, you're going to spread it upon others eventually. But they don't deserve that, especially maybe a 16 or 17-year-old who's just trying to build their resume. And maybe it's their first day on the job and you have made it miserable for them. You know, or maybe they have lost a loved one recently and you made it miserable for them. We have to consider the feelings of others. Both sides need to work on the way that they react to when something goes wrong, because remember, it's just a burger. I would expect this if somebody maybe was bullying my child at school and school didn't do nothing about it. Or maybe if somebody I know was killed in a crash that caused by a drunk driver, right? Just naming some scenarios of where you would freak out like this, the way that people do when they're at fast food restaurants. But at a fast food restaurant, you're gonna freak out like that when that is how you should be freaking out over something maybe of someone that got killed or something that you know, maybe shot and killed or something. But you freak out like that over a burger or over some fries. This is a sad reality that we live in, a very sad reality. And we have to work on this and make it better. And realize that to the adults out there, this is what our children are seeing growing up. A lot of children are the way that they are, maybe disrespectful, irresponsible, and things like that, simply because their parents didn't raise them. Parents may have been there, but they didn't raise them, or maybe their parents weren't there. There's a lot of people growing up without their biological parents. A lot of people growing up without their biological fathers, more so than mothers, but they're still both and still have the same effect in terms of how much it affects you. Not in the way, but how much it affects you. And this is what our children are seeing. What are children going to do, right? Children are vulnerable. What are children going to do? They're going to copy off of what you do. They don't care nothing about what children don't care nothing about what you say. You can say this, say that. You can teach them this way and talk that way. But if you are not leading by example, your children ain't going to learn one thing. Your children going to follow in the footsteps of you. Most times that's how it goes. So if you want to act like this in public, guess how they're going to act when they become a teenager or an adult. And then they get in trouble, but really was on you. You're accountable for your children, how you raise them, you know. And so if your children is growing up and they see you acting like this, how you think they're going to act? This is a sad reality. Make sure you work on yourselves. Make sure you work on yourself and your mental health. Make sure you don't make a big deal about something that is small. Make sure you consider other people's feelings. Make sure you remember that it's just a burger. Make sure you remember that it's something small. And maybe working at fast food would become a better job or situation for people who work there. Oh, but they chose that job. They have to deal with it. No, they shouldn't have to deal with. They shouldn't have to deal with no freak out like that. They shouldn't have to deal with no angry customer like that. Don't let the mistake or bad decision making of you be an excuse for them, not being comfortable or happy in the job that they're in. That was the lesson for today, discussing employees versus customers, customers versus employees, a war at the register. Let's solve this war. We got a lot of wars going on right at home. So let's solve those. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video. Please comment on this video, any thoughts that you have. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can be notified anytime I drop a video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.